What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be doing a bit of an experiment on this hat here. It's a 5-panel mid-profile decky hat. It's like 120 degrees in here, so it'll be a little oily. All right, we're running the test right now on the Tajima, but let me show you guys what we're working with here. Here's the design. Now, I didn't make it from scratch, even though I'm going to use puff on it. I'm just going for it, seeing how it comes out. What I did do is take out the underlay from the K and the B, and I just left the center run, which is what you would do if you're doing it manually. So, and then I just added the outline, the bottom. That's what's stitching out right now. By the way, this is how I did the outline. I did it somewhat automatic as well. I'm just trying to get this done quick. The hat's just for me anyway. So I outlined the letter. Right over here you have the option to create outline. It's in satin already. Okay, and they created this outline here. Make it a little bit bigger here, like that. All I did, change the color, change the order, so it sews out first, and that's it. Here's how it's looking. Besides that, the only other thing I did was put up the density for the puff. I'll be using yellow thread, so I'll put the yellow puff on it. This dot here means that we're adding a stop after the first color, so it's gonna finish the B and then it'll stop. I'll put the puff in and then continue running it. Okay, so it just finished and it stopped. Got the piece right here. Luckily it fits perfectly. Flat, so I'm gonna keep it at 580. Actually lower it a little bit. And then on the hat, probably even lower than that. So let's see how it comes out. Here we go. That's that center run that I left. Okay, it just finished. Let's go ahead and bring it out. By the looks of it so far, looks decent. Just gotta be careful on these edges, on the ends there. All right, there it is. I'm not gonna do the full cleanup using the heat gun. Kind of just gonna go with it with the lighter just to get a better idea, but I'll do the full cleaning once we actually do it on the hat. We'll leave it rough for the test, but not bad. Yeah, the ends are not bad, pretty neat, so we'll keep that. I think the only thing I'm gonna do is make the satins underneath thicker. Like here, there's a lot of it, of course, because there's 2 parts, but over here it's kind of thin, so I'll make it a little bit thicker. That's how I picture the design looking. And for the hat, I think we'll go black outline, same as our practice, but with white puff on top. So let's do it. All right, I'm gonna do a couple things here. The first, make the outline thicker. We'll go one at a time. Sorry. Second thing I'm gonna do is, I might just do it in a couple spots. So here it does this, stops there, comes this way, and ends here. So to change that, because it's a letter, it doesn't just let you fix each part of it. So you gotta come over here to edit objects, break apart, that apart, come here, and now we can reshape. Let's see, what did it do before? Okay, so it starts with that one. I was just trying to see where it ended before that. Change that so it'll do a complete run and we won't have any like small gaps where the foam could come through. We're looking at a height 2.5 and width 3.2. So for the Tajima, you need the USB, which I kind of don't like. Some people say the bad thing about the Melco is that you need the computer to work it, but honestly, I feel like it's better. I mean, my computer's here anyways, and I don't have to be taking the USB in and out every time I want to do anything really. So I'm gonna save it and we'll take it back over to the machine. All right, I'm gonna show you guys how we load up the design. Click this little flower here, USB, and I named it KB Puff. There it is there. Load that up into the main folder. Choose the colors. So first it's gonna be the background. That's 1, 2, 3. So that's 2. We'll add the stop. And for the second color, it's gonna be white. 1, 2, 3. So we hit 3. Okay. That little like back button, that's like the okay. The other thing we have to do is change it so the machine knows that it's gonna be doing hats now. So take off the arms. Come right over here. Frame type, cap, absolute origin checker. So we're just kind of calibrating to do caps. And that's it. And then it also flips the design upside down with, so there it is. It's flipped the design upside down. On the computer, I made it so that it starts for the bottom. It doesn't actually start from there, but that's like what it's programmed to say. So when I have my cap on here, I could do the trace starting from the bottom, so I could see the lowest that I could do it before hitting this thing here, and I feel like that's much better than having it in the middle and then trying to figure out how low we could go, doing a trace over and over. So we'll see how that looks right now. Here we are. Time to hoop the hat. I was debating whether to put a stabilizer back here. If I wasn't doing puff, I probably would, but between the puff and the kind of structured hat, it's not crazy structured, but with the puff and the fact that it's a little structured, I'm gonna go with no stabilizer. Will we regret it? Maybe. Only one way to find out. All right, I'm kind of centering it on the line here, and then I'm gonna mark it right now with a little piece of chalk going along the seam of that. So make sure the teeth are right on that seam. Kind of guesstimating. It's about the middle here. Do like to guesstimate. I'm not gonna put the clips. It looks like it's pretty flat, pretty easy to stitch out. So I'm not gonna put the clips on the side for this one. All right, we're gonna pop the hat. Usually I put a piece of like cardboard here. I tape it on there so it doesn't leave a mark from the back of the machine, but we're fine with this one. Now we're on the second needle, so going based off on this one. A lot of people recommend switching it over to the first needle so there's no confusion. I don't think we need to do that right now, but got it right in the middle, a little bit to the side. And again, we have the starting point being the bottom of the hat, so we could literally go to the lowest point. It probably won't let me right now when I try to start it. That's pretty close to the metal there. It probably won't let me. So then I'll just like move it a little bit higher and then it should run. So, but let's try it. Yeah, we get this area here. Frame too far. So these arrows here, we'll move it back a bit. Honestly, almost nothing. And then it should start. There it is. I'm gonna lower it a little bit. 500. And I think I'll leave this in a time lapse. Crispy outline. It looks nice. I like it already. All right, so let's go ahead and just measuring it here a little bit. Don't want to get too stingy. I get stingy and then I end up regretting it. Should be more than enough. I'm gonna tape it down. So I started off the outline at 400 and I started off at 500 and I finished it off at, I was going 600. There was no reason to be going that slow with this simple satin. But for the foam, I will start it off at 400 and then go from there. It's way bigger than it needs to be, so should be all right. Go ahead, tape it down. That tape is probably gonna pop off like first 5 seconds, but let me throw another piece. Just don't want to have to stop the camera or anything like that, which I might have to, you know. All right, I won't time lapse it yet. Show you guys how it goes. Okay, start off at 400. See how that looks on the hat. Looking good. One thing about what happened here, upper thread break. I don't know why it says upper thread break. I know it's the bobbin already because there's not a break. So I'll show you guys how to change that. All right, first thing you gotta do, cut the thread. That's the button, ATH, both top and bottom. All right. It's always pretty unfortunate when you gotta change the bobbin while embroidering a hat, but that's on me. I should have checked. No big deal. To show you guys how to do it real quick. Yeah, see? This process here is the same as the Melco. Bobbin case has a pigtail. Just wrap it around there. I could do like shorts or other type of video, kind of going over this like basic stuff. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, these videos are gonna be a little rocky, guys, at the beginning. All right, we're just getting started. Just want to get the feel for them. Promise you it'll get better. Okay, we're good there. So what we're gonna do now, go back, frame back, just to make sure we're on frame back, and then we're gonna go back just a little bit by holding the stop button. That's good, and then we'll continue. I'm gonna keep it at 400. If it's fine, I don't want to rush it. It says we have about 8 minutes left of it, so it's looking all right. I'm gonna leave a time lapse for a bit, and then I'll record normal towards the end of the design here. Stopped a good thing because I ran out of memory, so I had to free some up on the phone. But it stopped because every once in a while, I don't know exactly how often, but it asks you to oil the machine, which I already did before starting everything. So just go back and we can continue. And it's about to be done. Not bad. There it is. All right, doesn't look too bad right now. This loose thread is where the bobbin ran out, so that'll be fine. It's just an extra thread, but it caught. And then around this loop came out pretty clean. That's where we made the change. I think it was ending somewhere here, so no cuts. Take this off. It's easier to cut this time around. I think it's the foam. The first foam that I use is just like generic foam. Maybe it's just harder because I can't even take those parts out. This one's from All Stitch. And there it is. A little unfortunate. Didn't get too much of the satin here. I could have made it thicker. Like if this was for a client, I would just run the hat again and manually move that satin. Instead of making all the satin thick, or the whole satin thick, I would just scoot that over. a little bit, but not bad, not bad. Before I hit it with the heat gun, just a couple little spots where we gotta push in the foam. I'm definitely not a 3D puff expert. I've only done a few projects just for myself, so still learning myself. This was just I think that was a 3mm foam. I also tried this where I used 2 of them, and look at that, huge. And this got, it was a little rough, but I was just experimenting. Maybe I'll redo this one and make it into a video. Look at that. That ain't 3D, I don't know what is. All right, so let's go ahead and hit it with the heat gun. I used to only use the lighter, and I was surprised how well the heat gun works. It might even be a little bit better. Look at that. I don't know if you could really tell that well, but everything just shrinks. I don't want to burn it either, but. And then if you want to, you can hit it with the lighter. Here it is. There's not much for the lighter to do anymore, honestly. The heat gun did all the work, but there it is. That's not too bad. I mean, it's for me. I don't wear hats, but I'm thinking I should if I'm gonna make them, you know. What do you guys think? It's nothing crazy, I know, but this heat is no joke in LA right now. But anyways, here's the hat, mid profile. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. A couple things. So we did the test run on a flat. Obviously it's gonna be different on a hat, but here was the flat. I mean, you could even here, you could kind of tell it was running thin, so I thought making it thicker was gonna help it, but it didn't that much. See, it almost disappeared completely, but satisfied. We're gonna try to keep the videos coming. I know they're gonna be a little rough at the beginning. We're not used to making videos, but they're fun to make regardless, and gives us something to do as well, something out of the ordinary. So we're trying to get in the rhythm of doing more YouTube videos for you guys, or at some point somebody's gonna watch them, so hopefully they find them informative or entertaining a bit. So we're gonna see you guys soon. We're gonna keep on making them, and appreciate you guys for watching. Deuces.